Welcome back, old-timey Latin grammar friends, and here we are dealing with Firestar, the play, the fun, the joy of the dative. Yes, you thought dative was only for indirect object. No, 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 no. It has a boatload of purposes, including dative of direction, possession, indirect object, which we know, reference, purpose, indirect compound verbs, special verbs, yeah, dative of agent, yeah. Let's play with it. Dative of direction. Poetry. Poetry uses it like a limited odd plus accusative limit phrase. The shout goes to the heaven. He brings the gods to Latium, used in Virgil to make a shortcut to a limit phrase. Dative of possession is when the dative functions like a genitive with forms of esse. So, est mihi means I have, or there's a book unto me. The Romans would have thought of it as unto me, but 19th century grammarians think of it as a possessive. So there are three books. There are books to you, or you have books. Nomen est is common, right? The name to the fountain. There's a fountain, the name to whom or the name of which is. All right. And then dative indirect object, verbs of showing, giving, showing, or saying. You will deal with a verb of indirect object. So what we have here, you always look to the verb, sunt. Sum of verbs, generally speaking, will take dative of possession. So there are 5 brothers to me, or I have 5 brothers. So dative of possession. So here we are here. Plurimi oculi erant. Again, assume verb tells you it's probably dative of possession. There are many eyes to the women. And then finally, narabantur, verbs of giving, showing, or saying will take the indirect object phrase. Jokes were being told to them. So dative indirect object. Now for a couple fun ones. Dative of reference and dative of purpose. Dative of reference used to be called the dative of interest, sometimes called the dative of advantage, dative of disadvantage. It talks about a whole concept. So 2 or 4 is basically same translation. Altars smoke for the gods, for the interest of the gods. If anyone commits a fault, he commits a fault for a reference to me. It lessened the hope for the soldiers. We learn not for school, but for life. So in other words, it's a general concept of what the dative is. The Romans only considered it as casus dandi, case of giving, but 19th century grammars, at least we don't have to worry about dative of disadvantage, right? What dative of disadvantage is? Just dative of reference. I made a sandwich for you. Hey, that's dative of advantage. But the sandwich was really bad. Oh, that's dative of disadvantage. No, it's just generally dative of reference. Dative of reference, the general meaning of the sentences is what we're dealing with there. He praised the brother for me, out of regard for me, for example. In the construction of the meeting, the sentence is complete without the dative. So in other words, if the sentence makes sense without the dative, it's probably dative of reference. For the dative of purpose. In other words, what a thing is meant for, right? They say a day for the interview, to sound for a retreat. Certain adjectives such as useful or suitable are found with the dative, right? A suitable location for a camp. For whom is it any good? Dative of purpose is a shortcut for a purpose clause. However, you'll still see very many purpose clauses. Now, dative of reference, dative of purpose work together with a lot of nouns, such as curai, auxilio, impedimento, primio, presidio, subsidio. So, therefore, you'll have a dative and dative of purpose and dative of reference called the dreaded double dative. So the soldiers were for a garrison. That would be a dative of purpose. Caesar left a legion to serve or for the purpose of a garrison in Gaul. So, mittor, I am sent to you, impedimento. Probably a dative, and it's describing how he sent. So it's like a dative of purpose, right? As for an impediment. To you would be the dative of reference. There it is. So we have dative of purpose, impedimento, dative of reference to you. And then I am, you will be for hatred for you. We will be for hatred for you. For hatred, that's the purpose of what will be, to be dative of reference. So these dreaded double datives will occur, and don't worry, the commentary will guide you through it. Dative object of compound verb. Now, compound verbs, it becomes a dative object. So example with verbs of that have ad, ante, con, in, inter, ob, prost, pri, a big one will take the dative, pro, sub, and super. These will often have dative as an object. He was present at these battles. To compare small things with great. Night lies upon the black. Black night lays upon the deep. So it's a dative with a compound verb. So therefore, sometimes often verbs of taking away will take the dative. Take me from this danger, or take this danger from me. You could also say, dative of compound verbs, look for them. They are definitely noted in the commentary. Dative, object of special verbs, these we've been covering for a long time. Special verbs, emotional verbs, faveo, placeo, favor, trust, eager for, obey, resist, serve, threaten, pardon, spare, persuade, and the like will take the dative. So, crede mihi, believe me, thusly I have persuaded myself. In the passive, such verbs are used only impersonally and retain the dative, right? There is a persuading unto me, or I am persuaded. There is a sparing to none, or none is spared. Dative of agent we've seen before with the gerundive of obligation, the unda. So in other words, redenda est, there must be an account given by us, takes the dative. A plan was captured by me. Dative of agent is found with the gerundive of obligation to show who the necessity resists on. The province must needs be defended by us. There must be a fighting by me. So let's play with it. Propinquabit. What is that one? Well, that's really odd propinquavit, because odd, it's a compound verb form, therefore it takes the dative object of compound verb form. Powerful Antonia approached the slaves. Crede mi eis, obviously we're dealing with crede, verbs of special verbs, those emotional kind of ones, take the dative. And then finally, eram hortanda, ndundunda plus sum equal a gerundive of obligation, therefore it takes the dative as the agent phrase. I was needing to be exhorted. I was needing to exhort by the infants. So there you go. That takes care of Firestar. Enjoy your time with that, and until next time, aloha.